What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into Phillies After Dark. Welcome back into TTP Sports, actually. And the Phillies, they hit a lot of home runs tonight. It was a very entertaining game, to say the least. Nola was very sharp. The offense exploded off of Joe Musgrove and just basically the entire Padres pitching staff in tonight's game. And it was very fun. It was very solid, a very comfortable, Friday night into Saturday. It's basically Saturday at this point. It's almost 12:30 in the morning. So yeah, this is definitely going to be more of a quick hitter than not, because I would like to go to bed. Thankfully this game ended at a decent time and not like 1 in the morning and all that stuff. So that helps me out a lot there. But hey, when everything starts off with a leadoff Schwarber, the night's going to go very well. That's basically how the tone was set, basically, Nola sharp in the first inning, and then basically it leads to everything else just going completely up there. Kyle Schwarber gets you on the board with that solo shot. Alec Bohm with a 2-out double, JT with a walk, Marsh able to drive in, Bohm making it 2-0, so some 2-out contributions right there. Alec Bohm continues to be absolutely sharp with the bat and absolutely on fire. Same thing with Brandon Marsh. He had a fantastic night as well. There were a lot of guys in the batter's box that had fantastic nights, so it basically just continued for the entire game. So hey, why not? Keep it rolling. Keep that offense pumping. Rob Thompson did say they were going to slug, and it looks like the slugging is starting here, especially with tonight's game. So yeah, Nola with a very sharp 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. Got into a little bit of, 2-out trouble in the second, 2-out walk, then a single, managed to get out of that situation. Then you go to the top of the third. That's when, I guess you could say, this game broke open. Bryce Harper, absolute bomb, hanging curveball from Musgrove, sends it out of the ballpark. Then JT doubles down the left field line with 1 out, and then Brandon Marsh just unloads on a pitch, sends it over the wall. 2-run shot for him. Makes it 5-0 Phillies. And then Nick Castellanos. If you're allowing home runs to Nick Castellanos, you know it's not your night. That's his first bomb of the year. It's about goddamn time. When was it, in 2022? How long did he go in between like certain home runs during that year? Was it like in a whole entire month or something like that, where like he didn't hit an entire home run in the month of July or the month of August or something like that? It was some insane stretch without Nick Castellanos hitting a home run, and he was probably very close to that at this point for the start of the season. And good for him. He finally got that off the schneid. Will he finally start something? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it at all, because that is just, Nick Castellanos at this point. Bryson Stott actually got a good piece of the very next at bat, but sadly died basically right before the warning track. It would have been cool to see back to back there, 4 home runs in 1 inning. So yeah, Phillies go up 6-0 in the top of the third. Nola does allow a run in the bottom of the third after a leadoff single, allows a couple of base runners to advance. Cronenworth with a 2-out double scores the run there, makes it 6-1, but he manages to get out of that jam, basically limiting the damage. Top of the 4th inning, the Phillies respond right away. Trey Turner with a single. He steals second base during the Bryce Harper at bat. And then Alec Bohm with a single to drive the run home when the Padres go to the bullpen. So basically just responds right there, gets that run right back that Nola allowed. And he really settled in from there, basically. The Phillies took a little bit more to add some runs onto the score sheet, and it went into the top of the 7th inning where Alec Bohm with a leadoff single. Then JT Realmuto crushes one to make it 9-1. The Padres respond technically. They get a 2-run shot in the bottom of the 7th inning, and it's not an Nola start without a home run allowed. That's just, peak Nola at this point. Regardless of how sharp he is, he's going to give up a home run, and sadly that was the case. Made it 9-3 Phillies, and that was basically it for the rest of the game. Nola goes 8 strong innings, and then Seranthony Dominguez surprisingly gets a 1-2-3 inning. It was very easy, very calm. I was closing my eyes the entire time, and it was actually pretty, not scary. That was the case. I didn't think I would be able to say that with Seranthony Dominguez. Even on today's date, Seranthony Dominguez cannot ruin this good Phillies outing. So I'll take that any day of the week and run with it. Do I expect Seranthony to build off of this? Probably not. Because Seranthony Dominguez has not been good this year. But overall, looking at this game, Nola, 8 innings pitched. I believe that is back-to-back starts with him actually going 8 innings. I believe in one of his starts against the Chicago White Sox, if I'm not mistaken. I do believe he went 8 innings in that game too. Yeah, he went 8, so that's 2 straight starts for Nola with 8 innings pitched. So that is very good for him. Saving that bullpen, saving some arms there. Some guys that probably need days off, especially with some of the guys that you had to use during the Cincinnati series. So 8 innings pitched, 7 hit allowed, 3 earned runs, 1 walk. So thankfully he limited those. 10 strikeouts on 106 pitches. ERA is now at 3.20. And then Seranthony Dominguez only needed 11 pitches in the bottom of the 9th. 1 strikeout, 9 strikes thrown there. His ERA now drops to 8.68. I just wanted to throw that out there because why not? Oh, it's painful. It's painful. Kyle Schwarber, leadoff bomb and 2 walks in this game. He went 3 for 1 there. Trey Turner also goes 1 for 4. Bryce Harper 1 for 4 with his solo shot. Alec Boehm, fantastic at the plate once again, 3 for 5 with an extra base hit in there, also an RBI. JT Realmuto, he was 2 for 4 with a double and 2 RBIs, so good night there for JT. He also had the 2-run shot as well. Brandon Marsh, he went 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs, a 2-run shot, and an RBI in the first inning. Nick Castellanos gets the solo shot. He goes 1 for 5. Bryson Stott, the lone Philly, to not record a hit in this game. He goes 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. And then Johan Rojas goes 1 for 4 with a single. Phillies with runners in scoring position. Not that many runners in scoring position when you're hitting so many home runs. They went 3 for 5 in that aspect. They left 7 runners on base. Just so many home runs. 5 home runs in this game. This Phillies team was built to hit bombs, and that showed up in today's game. I am grateful for that. You're now 17-10 on the season, and, just keep finding ways to win. You're going to have Ranger Suarez on the mound tomorrow, I believe, if I am not mistaken. I'm trying to remember who he's going to be facing tomorrow. Yep, Dylan Cease. He will be facing Dylan Cease. Tomorrow's an 8:40 start, so it will be an hour earlier than it was tonight. So I guess that's a little more beneficial in that aspect. But this should be an interesting pitching matchup. Ranger Suarez is 4-0 with one of the best ERAs in baseball at 1.36, a .7 whip. 33 innings pitched with 32 strikeouts. Dylan Cease, he's been basically almost equally as fantastic. He's 3-1 with a 1.82 ERA, a .74 whip, 29 innings pitched, 11 hits, 35 strikeouts, 11 walks. Definitely, you could say, is shaping up for a pitcher's duel. So we'll see what happens there. Can Ranger Suarez continue to build off of his strong start to the season in his very strong month of April? Hopefully that could be the case. And then Sunday, that'll be Taijuan Walker's season debut against Michael King on Sunday afternoon. And then you go into that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday series with the Los Angeles Angels. Christopher Sanchez, Zack Wheeler, and Aaron Nola will pitch during that series. There's still no clear confirmation of what's going to happen for Spencer Turnbull's next appearance. I believe Rob Thompson said he's going to talk about that on Sunday. What's going to happen with Turnbull, technically his next go-around. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. I'm fully expecting him to go back to the bullpen. Well, not go back to the bullpen. He wasn't there to begin with, but go to the bullpen and be in that long relief option, being that long arm possible out of the bullpen, and being a guy that can give you a spot start when the rotation just needs an extra day off, and a guy just needs an extra day of rest. So that's what I'm expecting at this point. I don't agree with it because, like I said many times, I don't think Taijuan Walker has deserved any opportunity to get himself back into the starting rotation. I firmly believe this is more of a Dave Dombrowski move than a Rob Thompson move, just because I feel like Rob Thompson at this point would just stick with what's being successful at this point, and what has been successful is your rotation of Zack Wheeler, Aaron Nola, Ranger Suarez, Christopher Sanchez, and Spencer Turnbull. That has been your more successful outcome right there. Yeah, is Spencer Turnbull going to have the best ERA in baseball when all is said and done? No, I don't expect that whatsoever. I do believe his numbers eventually come back down to earth, but right now don't have to fix anything what's not broken. And I feel like you're just putting Taijuan Walker into the rotation just because of you paid him to be a starting rotation guy, and, you don't want to piss off the guy. This, like I said, this feels like a Dave Dombrowski type of move just to prove a point here. That's basically what I'm feeling right now. I could be very wrong, and this could be a Rob Thompson decision, but I do believe this is a Dave Dombrowski move. I don't agree with it. It kind of feels like you're just trying to make a point for this signing, which honestly, you just have to admit to yourself, okay, I swung and missed on this signing. The Taijuan Walker experience has not been, overly exciting to this point. He was very mostly down last year. He had some good moments last season, but it was just, his velocity isn't the same. His first innings suck. And yeah, he goes deep in the ball games for you. He does eat innings. But when he's allowing so many runs in the top of the first inning, bottom of the first inning, it puts you just such in a deep hole there. I don't care how many wins he had last season. Win-loss record really does not express the experience of how Taijuan Walker actually pitched. You didn't use him in the postseason. That should really describe how we all feel about Taijuan Walker at this point. It's just to that case, it really is. And his rehab starts really haven't shown me any confidence that he's just going to come into the starting rotation and just be dialed in. Because at this point, you have a lot of expectations to live up to, because this Phillies starting rotation is, tops in baseball in terms of ERA. And you have a lot of expectations to live up to. And I really don't expect him to do that, just because that's not what he is at this point. He is what he is at this point. So I'm not really excited for that standpoint, but like I said, it is what it is. Hopefully Rob Thompson does something with this situation, but I don't expect it to. But yeah, that's where we stand on that. That's where we stand. So 2 more games against San Diego before you go to Anaheim to face the Angels, and then you'll come back on a 6-game homestand with the Giants and the Toronto Blue Jays. So basically, this is wrapping up the entire month of April, getting into May, getting into the warmer months, getting into, the funner stretches where it's basically just baseball to talk about and everything like that. And then also you're starting to get closer to NFL training camp, Eagles training camp, and all that stuff. It's going to be interesting times. We'll see how everything goes through, but that's still, way down the line. Way down the line. Let's enjoy Phillies After Dark while we can. And yeah, that's basically it at this point. So I'm still trying to debate on a possible watch for one of these games on the West Coast trip. I'm not sure if I want to do any of these games against San Diego, or should I just do any of these games against the Angels. I'm really debating on it, just because weekends it's more difficult in that aspect. Tomorrow would be ideal just because it is an 8:40 start. Sunday, Sixers are going to take the priority. That'll be game 4 against the Knicks. And I think Monday, that'll be fine. Tuesday, I believe, is game 5 against the Knicks, unless it's Wednesday. I do believe it's Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So we're definitely going to have to make some decisions there. So you'll see something pop up in your subscription feed when it does pop up. So definitely just stay out for that. But yeah, recaps will still be there. We'll probably get a recap in tomorrow if we don't do a watch party. And Sunday, obviously, there'll be a recap later in the night after all the Sixers stuff. So definitely just stay tuned for all of that. And yeah, hopefully we can find a way to win this series tomorrow with Ranger on the bump. Hopefully the offense continues to do what it did tonight, and just keep building. Offense has been definitely better as of late, going back to the Colorado, starting with the Colorado series. So just keep building off of, your offensive performance, and keep going on there. So we'll see. We'll see. So that'll do it for tonight, everybody. More of a quick hitter than anything, just because it's getting late in the night, and I do have to do a sleep apnea test, because my doctor does think I have sleep apnea. So joy, the wonders of getting older. Even though I'm only fucking 25, I'll be turning 26 in like little under a month at this point. So Jesus Christ, I already have to deal with sleep apnea precautions at this point. Jesus. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing with my night. So hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your night, and tomorrow, your Saturday as well. So don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does me a great deal of service. And also use the code TTPSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I'll see you next time.